have made it. Among them is a 22-year-old American Kate Lou, one of the most talked about players.
The best way to express emotions because then you don't have to rely on anybody else.
I mean, what kind of kid you were when you were a small girl?
I was a fanatic of technique and flashy pieces and, Liszt and Rachmaninoff and things like that. But, at some point, when you really come to love music, and sometimes the Asian culture just doesn't promote this, when you come to love music, it's just not about the technique. I mean, I mess up so much now. I used to not mess up at all. People used to say that, I was I played everything perfectly and there was not a single note out of place. But now that I think about it, that's just not the best in music. That's just not even close to the point. I make so many mistakes now, but I try to get the feeling, it's about the soul and about the heart, and it's not about the surface at all.
Kate practices at a Warsaw hotel where Yamaha is providing pianos for competition players.
The minor. Yes.
What's the image of this? What do you imagine? What are the images?
My gosh. I don't know. All things calm. I don't have an image. I just listen and I feel so
well-being. It's just
yes,
feeling.
I just feel like everything's okay. It's C major and I feel like it's what you do on like a sunny afternoon. You sit and you enjoy yourself and you listen to everything around you, and that's just what the beginning is.
Do you realize that as a pianist, you find the key to feeling good? That in a real life, how many people struggle for put themselves into good mood?
Yes, and music helps me with that. I mean, music helps a lot of people with that, but especially since I'm a performer and a pianist, I can do whatever I want, basically. So whatever I'm feeling at the moment, whatever I want to feel at the moment, the texture of the pieces really helps me with that kind of thing. And
so one thing is to survive as a pianist, and another is to survive as human being.
yes, but those things kind of coexist, because as a human being, and you're dealing with music, even if you're not playing piano and you're listening and everything. I mean, nature is full of music. I mean, people write music based on nature and things like that. And that's what it is to be like a human being. If something bad is happening to you, let's just say, as a person, and maybe a close relative just died, and
So what do the Beatles do to you?
oh, the Beatles. I haven't listened to much of them, but I have to say I enjoy their music. I didn't used to, but I like them better than the music that's happening today with all the hip hop and the heavy bass drums and.
Back to Kate, my favorite player.
This is life and death. This piece has, I mean, there's just so many moments where it just switches back and forth between such struggle and provocative emotions, and then the next moment you have something peaceful like a reminiscence and looking back at life. This is one of Chopin's older and later works, so he's showing what he feels as he looks back at what he's done before, and he can feel the death that is incoming into his life.
This is Kate's third round performance, which will advance her to the finals. I wonder what Gary Olson thinks of her chances.
Is that one or more pianists that got deep to your guts?
Yes.
How many?
Maybe 4.
And of the 4, you have to decide which one is number 1
Yes. Within those 4, I still have certain preferences
already.
And also, I have to analyze, as we all do, of these 4, some are more radical than the others. But to be more mainstream doesn't mean to be boring, and to be radical doesn't mean to be more interesting.
So the politician that I mentioned remarked on the 100th anniversary.
The president of Poland receives the finalists and the jurors of the competition. As always, Chopin is the subject of political exploitation. Chopin is great, Poland is great, therefore the president is great.
Playing so many hours of music of Chopin and preparing for this competition, can one get tired of Chopin's music?
No, it's great.
This is the night of the final verdict. Eric Liu from the United States, 4th place. Kate Liu from the United States, 3rd place.